Hi you guys, this is Jules. Hey, I have a couple cards that I made yesterday that I'm going to be sending out to some friends. I have a few cards that I need to get made. There are so many people out there that I want to send thank you cards, and I can't get to all of you guys, and I'm so sorry that I can't. But know that every single one of you that I have been part of my life, that have blessed me, I sincerely thank you. You guys have been amazing to me, and I so appreciate you guys like so much. I'm hoping that one day I can catch up and send some sort of a card or a tag or something like that to you. There's so many of you. I can't name you all, and I can't remember every single person, but oh my gosh, I have had an amazing year and a half on YouTube. It's been so cool. So thank you so much, you guys. I haven't done a newbie video in a long time, and this is kind of a newbie video. So to my noobsters out there, if you're intimidated by making cards, trust me, I know what that feels like. I hated trying to make cards. Even just attempting was giving me a headache. I even went as far as buying like already cut out cards that's already scored from Michael's, those prepackaged ones, to try and help me so that I don't have to think of even like what size can a card be. A card can be any stinking size you want it to be. It doesn't have to be a traditional size card. It really doesn't have to. There's really no rules in making stuff. There's no rules in, I mean, you will just figure out things that just don't work for you, and that's the only things that you would have to follow, are those things that don't work for you. But in all honesty, after making a few cards here and there and trying to get sorted in my mind and in my heart what it is that I like to make, you get better and better. So attempt it and stick with it. Don't give up on things. There's still tons of things that I haven't made yet, and I will be sharing those with you guys. So newbies, don't give up. You guys hang in there and keep trying, and don't think that you have to go and buy a bunch of stuff to make it. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, with these two cards here that I made yesterday are from my stash. I didn't buy anything that I didn't go out and buy specific things to make these cards with. These are all from my stash. There's no name brand of anything on here at all, except the stamp set that I have and some Prima flowers that I already had in my stash from a while back. So these are like my retro shabby cards that I'm actually recycling things. So let me show you one thing, or a couple things that I got at like an antique store. I went to, if anybody is familiar with Oregon and kind of like the middle part of Oregon, there's a pretty nice big town that has a lot of history to it. It's called Pendleton. Indian country back in the day, very big rodeo people, and agricultural, and it is beautiful out here, although I don't want to live here anymore just because I'm from LA. But I went to Pendleton several months back and stopped by this one, it said antique shop, but it looked like a really bad junk store. I don't know what this lady was thinking, but anyways, I attempted to go in there and just look and see what she had. And she had this small section of sewing stuff, of threads of the original spools from like Coates and Clark from back in the 50s and 60s, but they were like sticky, and some things were not good condition, so I didn't get a whole lot of stuff there. But I did find this one magazine. It's called The Work Basket and Home Arts Magazine, and let me put this on macro because I want to show you the date. This is volume 34 that came out in November 1968, and it was 25 cents. And it was subscribed. Somebody was getting these magazines in the mail, which I thought was like so funny. So I grabbed this because it had all these like ads, vintage ads in there. It's really cool looking. Look, this is the subscription form, I guess. Yeah. It's crazy. So yeah, you can totally use this in the layout or whatever. But anyways, I was looking through it and I'm like, I love it, and I just wanted to use it to cut things out of, and I did. I found a page. Here it is right here. So there's actually 4 little ads in here, and I pulled those 2 from this page here, and it's about wigs and stuff. I just thought it was really cool, so I decided to use those 2 things. There's a bunch of stuff in here. There's like recipes and coupons and just ads of different things for your home. Anyways, check her out. Is she styling or what? That's so funny. And then I found this lace that she had. It was on this original card from back. I don't know, the date's not on here, but you can see how the sun has like dyed out the color of the card even. You can see the blue here, and it's all like white almost. So this is some vintage lace actually. It's a very pale pink. It's very, very dainty, very soft, thinned out even. So yeah, I fell in love with it when I saw it, and I'm like, oh, it's so sweet and soft and pink. So anyways, so I grabbed those two things because I've been wanting to use some vintage stuff. So I made these cards using the prepackaged, already cut out cards from Michael's, and some scraps from a tray that I have under my table here. And it has the images on there are like strips of lace, like crocheted lace. So I use that, and I cut it in half and then trimmed it down so it'll be about, well, this size here. Had some lace already sitting in my stash. This is some lace that I sell, and a lot of people don't know how to use this kind of eyelet lace, but you can use it for anything. Make flowers with it. You can use it on projects and cards, obviously here. This is a Prima flower. And what I did is I took this one particularly to my sewing machine, and actually I was going to use the other side and decided not to because I liked this lace print. So I flipped it over, and this is actually the back side of the stitch, the underneath part, and it looks a little funky, but I think I have to mess with the tension again. But anyways, I stitched it around, and I brought it back down around the bottom here. This is a vintage button that I had that my mom actually had in one of her stashes that she gave to me. I use a stamp set from Stampendous, and you guys should probably pick this up. Only because I think it has really nice greetings on it. So it says happy birthday. I think this is one that I used on my dad's card, this happy birthday here. And so I used this hello, and I used my friend, this one down here, for these two cards. But it has just the basic and has different sizes and stuff, and it has really nice soft lettering, and then it has the fun lettering there. So anyways, I liked that set, and I use it quite a bit now. So that's the only thing that I didn't go buying it for this project, but I did pull it out to be able to have some sort of a title on there. So I used my hot glue gun to glue down the paper and the lace and the hello and the flowers. I believe I used a little bit of the hot glue for the lace back here too, and then I used glossy accents for this because I didn't want the hot glue to mess up the ad. So I didn't do anything but cut it out of the book, and I pasted it on there. And do I have to stick with the theme? No. I wanted it for the image and the look of it being vintage. It's ephemera, so that's why I used that. And actually, and then I sewed around the hello too. Probably already saw that, but yeah. This is the other side of this paper here, is this there. And here I did a little bit differently. I ended up layering the eyelet lace on top of the paper, and I stitched it by hand. Do you see the stitch marks here? Just so that you know that you don't have to have a sewing machine. If you have a needle and thread, play with it. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm saying if you want to have some stitching look to it, you can do it by hand. Not a big deal. So I did it all the way around, and I actually did, like, I stitched little spots. So I just stuck a stitch down here, and then I came over here and stitched a spot, stitched a spot. So I didn't, like, you know, get all like evened out or anything here. This is on dimensionals, and I add three little stitch marks there. So I use chipboard for my dimensionals here just so that it doesn't pop off, and I didn't use it for that at all. And 3 Prima flowers, and some they're from Petalo too, but I had them in my stash. My vintage button and this ropey stuff. I don't know what it's called. What is this called, guys? I don't know what it's called. I use it a lot though. So I just kind of laid it down a little bit different on the card, and used the same little flat back pearls here as I did up in this corner. So I just wanted to share and encourage you guys, newbies especially, or anybody that's intimidated by cards. Don't be. You don't have to have anything really special to make it. You just use what you have. And then if you want to go buy something, you can, of course, but I'm just telling you that you don't have to go out and buy something to make beautiful stuff. You have stuff at home that you can play with. So I just want to share that with you guys. And I love these cards. I'm going to put some detailed pictures on my blog and on my Facebook. So I'll talk to you guys soon. And if you have any questions about the project and stuff, let me know. I would be so happy to answer your question. And if I don't get back to you immediately, give me a chance to get to you, okay? And if I forget you, I don't mean to. It just happens. Thanks, you guys. Have a great rest of your week. Jules signing out of the Jewel Box. Bye, guys.